What's good, people? You got Dak Greenwater D in the house. We're doing another Infernum kill compilation video. This is post recording. And last video, my first Infernum kill compilation. This is my first playthrough of Infernum. I did not do any voiceovers or anything, and I figured I would just add that because to sort of show my like thought process on like what was difficult about bosses and like what I was struggling with and stuff. And yeah, this boss is pretty absurd. Calamitous Shade, they like reworked the Calamitous clone boss fight into like a very different fight. It's very, very difficult. It was a big jump in difficulty from anything I'd done before. I beat Plantera before this. I was lucky to beat Plantera before this, and I got Venus Magnum with Chlorophyte bullets, which just shreds this boss. Honestly, probably one of the best weapons you can have for this boss fight at this stage of the game. Chlorophyte bullets are just really good against this boss. Yeah. But it just took a while to learn. I also added that new, you see the death counter at the top? That later changes into an attempt counter. But it still means how many times I died. I just thought it was more clear to call it attempts. But yeah.
Jesus. Like, I had broken gear and that fight is still hard. Like, if I didn't have broken gear, like, if I hadn't been Plantera already.
So the next boss we had to deal with was the Golem. And for this boss, I just kind of brute forced it. My weapon was pretty bad. It was just Venus Magnum again, with just musket balls. So I just kind of brute forced this boss. You see I'm doing 1k DPS. That is bad DPS versus Golem. Do not be fooled. This is not good DPS I'm doing. But I was like, this boss's attacks aren't really difficult. It's just the boss fight's really long, so you're prone to making mistakes. So I just kind of stuck with it, and eventually I was like, yeah. I think the Piranha Gun might have been a better pick for this boss. Because, it can just kind of stick onto them and you don't even have to aim. And the Golem kind of... There's a lot of times where the Golem stands still, but sometimes he goes off screen, like with that attack. And it's kind of hard to track him. Like you see, if I was using Chlorophyte... I should have just been using maybe Chlorophyte, but... I just didn't really feel like it. But you see that the Adrenaline really doesn't put much of a dent in him at all. He's still at 75%, and... yeah, that's pretty much the majority of the fight, really. There wasn't really too much to it. So yeah, I'm just gonna let it play out. Pretty slow fight.
Why does it do that? Ugh. That attack sucks. Yeah, I'm getting hit for sure. Oh man, why is it so slow? That's so lame. Lame. I don't know where he is. Why did I do it? Why? I'm not playing this well. No. Goodbye, cruel world. Yes! Woo! Slow ass fight. But you know, it's like, it's not hard. It's just my gear, it kills them very slow. Very, very slow.
The next boss I decided to go for was Leviathan and Anahita. And this is, I think, you're fighting... I was fighting these guys pretty late at this point, so this should be a free win for me, you know, theoretically, because I just beat Golem, and now I'm fighting Leviathan and Anahita. I believe these are pre-Plantera. This is a pre-Plantera boss, so I had a pretty great advantage. Or maybe it's just post-plant. Maybe it's pre-Golem, is what it is, I think, actually. So, but yeah, I had the Barracuda gun, which is great versus Anahita. This phase 1, yeah, very good for that, because she kind of just moves all around the place, and it just kind of sticks onto her, you know. Just see, like, she'll like be teleporting around, and the Barracudas will just like track to her. Then you get the super cool like transition. I love all these like cinematic transitions. Sometimes they get a little annoying after you die to the boss over and over again, but you know, they're still cool, you know. And I decided to use Hyperius bullets, and then I was like, whoa, Hyperius bullets are kind of broken, and then I just proceeded to not really use them for any other boss, even though I knew they were broken, because they're just annoying to craft. For those of you who do not know, Hyperius bullets are made from life alloys, which is 1 scoria bar, 1 perennial bar, and 1 cryonic bar. And that just gets annoying to like have to like mine the score. You have like a finite amount of scoria really in your world, kind of, and then you have to farm like Ravager and Devilfish, and that's not fun. And cryonic ore is kind of annoying to mine. Perennial ore is very easy to get, but yeah, it was kind of annoying to get the Hyperius bullets, so I didn't really use them for many bosses. I think this is the only boss I killed with the Hyperius bullet, but yeah, it was still like an annoying fight to learn, honestly. Like, you see, I have 18 deaths. Like, I died 18 times even though I'm post golem. And I'm doing like good DPS. That's like kind of sad, you know, in a way. But, you know, we got it done in the end. You know, come on, just get the kill, man. Just kill her. She's at like 2%. She's at 1%, man. Kill her. Use your gun.
I can hit you. There you go.
Jeez,
Jesus.
why didn't I just use my gun?
It's a lot easier with the Hyperius bullets.
Yeah, it is.
Those are pretty strong.
Yep, you're so right about that.
Give me the thing.
And then we got the big, huge Plaguebringer Goliath, which is very fun boss fight in my opinion. I hate this fight in normal Calamity. I mean, I guess I don't really hate it. I guess there's worse fights in normal Calamity, but I don't really particularly love it. It was a pretty annoying learning process, but this was fun learning process. This was good fun. I look at this. And you have to fight them in the underground, which I was skeptical of at first, because I was like, wait, I need like a lot of space for this, don't I? But no, my Plantera arena actually was plenty of space to fight this, which was cool. It was actually a very chill fight. Only 12 deaths. Used the Barracuda gun, and then for this part, I just kind of was like, yeah, I'm just gonna Rod of Discord out of this, because the Barracuda gun does not deal well with that at all. Those like barriers. That barrier attack is so cool, by the way. And yeah, pretty much other than that, I mean, it's a pretty lax fight. Didn't really do too much crazy. So yeah, I'll let it play out. But actually, before I let it play out, I need to mention that killing this boss was very, very, very important, because it would allow me to craft an item that is pretty busted. Let's just say let's just say I'll be using the weapon I craft from this boss to kill every single other hard mode boss. Yeah, so get ready for that.
What? What the fuck? What the fuck just happened? Clearly I don't know how the boss works. I think, yeah, it launches a fucking nuke and I think you have to kill something. But I just didn't do it and I just killed it before it could do it because I adrenalined. So I just beat Duke Fishron with first try using this weapon, this broken weapon, and now I'm gonna do it again to prove my power on camera. Or not. Or not. Or not. Dude. Now that I'm on camera, it's... God damn it. Stupid sharks. Those tick me off. But like, you get the point. You can see my treasure bag and stuff, and you... Obviously this weapon's strong enough to kill Duke. It's incredibly effective versus him. Because it's broken homing. And even though the drones sometimes take time to home in... What the fuck? Oh my god. There's my potion. There it is. You don't even have to like think about what you're aiming at. Where is he? No. Yes. See? I win. I win. I actually did that second try off on camera. Wow. It was a close fight though. There you go. There he is. There's Duke Bitchron. Stupid.
So yeah, Duke Fishron was kind of like my testing grounds for like, alright, let's see this plague-tainted SMG. It looked pretty busted to me when I tested it out, and I was like, okay, let's try it versus a Duke Fishron, and then it worked, and then I was like, okay, so this thing's nuts then, so then let's try it on Astrum Arius, who, after fighting...
What do you do?
Is one of my least favorite Infernum bosses, and I hate him in normal Calamity too. Just like a miserable boss. You can tell, you can hear me playing. You can hear just like how miserable I am playing this boss.
Obviously dodging it fucking wrong.
And you can't even dash through that, which is just stupid. I don't like any of these attacks. I think the attacks are boring. This is a kind of cool attack, actually.
Did it.
It feels kind of satisfying when you dodge that, but I hate this. I just hate this. Like, this is not fun. But you know, I beat him. It only took me 8 tries, but I was just getting really tilted. Because I was like, oh, I just want to end this right now. Because I don't know, I just don't want to learn a new boss that... I knew that beating Astrum Arius wasn't going to do anything for me. Like, I knew it wasn't going to give me anything really good. Besides, like, what is it, a rage or an adrenaline upgrade?
I hate you so much.
But,
let's go.
But yeah, I hate him.
Oh, what a nuisance. What a fucking nuisance. Alright, Crabulon fight. Go! Is he gonna beat us? Let's find out. Oh, this is intense. He might kill me. Oh, that was close.
Alright, now we got a real slobber knocker of a fight. You can see my death counter is higher than we've ever seen it before, and that's because the Empress of Light just so happens to be a fucking nutty fight. That rhymed. But it is a nutty fight. It is really difficult, but it's a pretty consistent fight, and like it's pretty fair, I'd say. The first attack was really hard to figure out. That was the main attack that was like, this is bullshit. And then there were some other things I was getting tripped up on, like I'll show you whenever it comes on. There's one attack, that attack for some reason I was really bad at dodging, even though it seems super easy to dodge. But you can just go, you can just go from the bottom up through, which I learned the attempt I beat her. So I figured out a consistent way to dodge that attack. The attempt I beat the boss, which is pretty cool. 79 attempts in. This attack was also pretty hard.
Do the early sword.
That attack was a little difficult for me to understand. You get infinite flight this boss fight, which is really cool. Sorry, my thoughts are all scrambled. This attack was annoying. I looked at like the sword wall on the right or left and just sort of guessed where to go. That attack was a bit weird to learn, but it was pretty easy. So yeah, I would focus on the sword wall on the right side of the screen, and I would just hope that my peripheral vision could keep myself afloat, but yeah, so far so good. Yeah, you float through the bottom. It's just a consistent dodge.
It's actually a big discovery.
It's nice. This is easy to dodge. You just stand like slightly below her and to the right or left of her. And then this part sucked because I would get here and I was like, oh, I don't know how to do this phase, and then I would just die, and it sucks because you just have to hold that, and you just have to keep getting better at the fight and then get back to the same point so that you can actually learn the phase. It's a little silly. I mean, it's not really that hard to understand, but I died to touching the moon once. The moon has a hitbox and it does like 300 damage or something, which is so stupid. But I mean, it makes sense because you have to go around the moon, but still, it was annoying. And then this is just like her other.
Yes!
Yeah, I was excited.
Woohoo! I do it! I win! Ha 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 ha! I have defeated you! Ha ha!
Oh, how many attempts is that? 79 deaths? Yeah. A few hours spent? 4 hours? 5 hours? 3 hours? Somewhere around there? Oh boy. Terrible. Pretty fun boss fight, but way too hard for this stage of the game. So yeah. Yeah. I win. Here we go. Brimstone Elemental boss fight. What's gonna happen? He doesn't have an arena built. I hate this boss in normal Calamity. And I'm fighting it way ahead in terms of progression. It's not doing any damage to me right now. We'll see if it kicks my ass. Okay, those hurt me. Probably should have been able to surmise that. Whoa! That's a pretty nutty attack, I guess. It's kind of cool fight, actually. It's just I don't like how you can't see the projectiles at all. Like, what the fuck are these projectiles? You can't even see them. It's actually kind of lame. Holy shit, after fighting Empress of Light, it doesn't even matter if I was using like a weapon at the stage of the game I was supposed to be using it. Like, god damn. Oh, that would make sense. Wait, never mind. That's the whole fight. Wow, that's... I thought she was gonna do like a second phase thing and be like, haha, it's not over, but Yeah, I'm using a weapon that's supposed to kill her. So, you know. Very interesting boss fight. Very interesting. Yeah.
So the next fight I dealt with was the Goofy Ravager. And the Ravager, well, I hate him in normal Calamity. And I hate him in Infernum too. It's, I guess it's just an irredeemable fight. I don't know.
It's shitty, just like the normal Ravager.
Yep, I said it. I said it. I said it's
like
shitty, just
Ravager.
like the normal Ravager. You can.
He's got a cool boss theme. He looks cool, but at the end of the day, he's just not my cup of tea.
I agree. I literally agree with what I just said.
Kinda got hit from that.
But yeah, apparently only one death to him. I think I died a few times to him when I wasn't counting. And like I tackled a different boss because I was like, this is stupid. I don't want to do this right now. And then once I got this plague tainted SMG, I was like, yeah, I can beat this boss fucking easy. It literally works versus any boss. The plague tainted SMG, it's the greatest thing ever. You just right click, it shoots these homing drones, and they just home in like crazy. They do a bunch of damage. If they don't immediately home in on something, they just start stacking up, and then they'll all like home in at once and do like 1 billion damage. It's awesome when that happens. It's such a good weapon. Doesn't rely on any like ammo or anything. I use nano bullets because those do like high base damage, and you know it just converts the bullets anyways. So like just get the one that does the most base damage. And nano bullets are really easy to craft, so you know there's no like farming involved or anything. It's just, you know, buy them. But yeah, very stupid fight. Don't like it.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Dude, I played like Empress of Light for like 12,000 hours. And then boom, it's as easy as like one attempt. What? Oh my god. That's so stupid. It's just. What is that? That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Guess totally not. Dude, what the fuck is up with that? He's still there? Alright, can't go that way. What the fuck is up with that? I actually hate that so much. It's so stupid. It insta-kills you is the problem. Does it insta-kill you, or does it just do like 300 fucking damage? Yeah, eat shit, you stupid bobbit one.
So then we had the lunatic cultist, who thankfully wasn't too bad of a fight. Only four attempts.
Then
Oh, I'm commentating.
there's this. And he does this. This Stardust Fragment attack.
Okay, am I done? Am I done talking? Alright, lunatic
This thing
cultist.
shreds
Alright,
him, bro.
shut up, bro, while I'm talking.
This thing destroys every boss.
Yeah, this weapon does well versus
Literally the
lunatic
end-all
cultist.
be-all
Who would have
answer
guessed?
to every
Yeah, you
boss.
just spam.
It's so good. It's
You
so
just
fucking
spam
good,
it. It
I
homes in on
promise.
like
It's
the
so
right clone or
fire.
whatever. You know, it'll get them every time. This fight was like really weird because like it looks kind of hard, but it's just kind of not. Well, some of the attacks are actually really hard and feel kind of bullshitty. This attack is like incredibly easy to dodge. I don't get it. It's like Empress of Light, but what if we made all the projectiles move at 2 miles an hour, and the lasers appear at like 2 times a second instead of like 1 billion times per second? It's weird. But yeah, that Stardust Fragment homing attack is pretty difficult to dodge, I'd say. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. This was the first time I got here, I think. I had no idea what was going on, but I just, you know, DPS'd it so fast.
What is he doing?
Lunatic
I win,
Cultist is
thank
just,
God.
doesn't have a lot of health, so he just kind of gets owned.
No, don't kill me, you bitch. Son of a bitch. Ooh, I win. Lunatic Cultist is defeated. Yes, indeed, sir.
And then we have the bereft vassal. Is that misspelled? Am I bugging? Was that title misspelled? Did that say bereft? Wait, have I been misreading it the whole time? I thought it was bereft, or is it bereft vassal? I don't even know what that means. So obviously, if I don't know what the word means, that means I maybe, you know, I would be more prone to misreading it, because I don't even know what the hell the word means. But anyways, this guy, I hate him. I hate this boss a lot, actually. And it makes me kind of sad, because this is like kind of like Infernum's own unique kind of boss, and they made their own unique arena for it and everything, and you'd think it would just be the most cool thing ever, but it's just like, I can see what they were going for, and it's just like not really my cup of joe. It's just not really fun for me. Like, so they cut your wing time in half, right? And that's kind of to make your wings a more finite resource. You see, sometimes the dude goes and slams the ground, and then that makes the ground like lava. So you have to manage your flight to be able to land so you can jump over the blasts and stuff. But I just hate this shark when he does this little jump thing. That's really annoying. The tridents are annoying. Like, I just hate that attack so much. And I don't know, I just hate having that cut flight time. And I don't really just like the style of attacks you're dodging. I don't think it's fun to really dodge any of these attacks that much. It just feels like more of like a, oh yeah, it's like a flight management fight, and like, that's cool and all, but like, I just don't enjoy it really. And yeah. It was really weird, because like, I would just die and I would feel like, it would feel like I didn't deserve to get hit a lot of the time on the boss. It would feel like, yeah, I guess I got hit, but like, I don't really feel like I deserve to get hit. Like, I don't know what I should have done better to not get hit there. And obviously there's stuff you can be doing better always. This phase is a bit more consistent, I'd say, than when he's with the shark. But I mean, obviously I didn't know, because I didn't get here that often. But yeah, when it's with the shark, I just really don't enjoy it. But yeah, thankfully it only took me 19 attempts. And the other annoying thing is, when you die, you have to run all the way back to the guy. And you can't even use the momentum capacitator to go faster over. Or is it capacitor?
Oh. Yes!
Yeah, I won.
I win.
Cool idea for a boss.
I win.
But
stupid fight.
And then we had to fight Astrum Arius. Or Astrum Deus, sorry. And he is the big space worm. And I beat him, but I forgot to record the video for it, so then I had to fight him again, which really ticked me off, because I don't like this boss fight. Wow, you're like, this guy doesn't like any of the boss fights. I mean, I hate this less than like Astrum Arius or Ravager or bereft vassal, if that's what it actually is. I haven't checked yet. But I like Astrum Deus more than those guys. And I think I would like it more if I was using a good weapon to deal with this, because actually the Plague Tainted SMG is not that good versus this boss. It's doing like 2k DPS when you could be doing like 3 to 4k DPS. And funny story, I actually started this boss by using It was some gun with... I was using some gun with Hyperius bullets. But the problem, I think it was... Actually, I have no idea. It might have been the clock Gatlignum. But the problem was that my game would lag too much because there's so many particles. The Hyperius bullets spawn so many particles, and this boss has so many crazy effects and particles that it would just like slow down my game way too much. It wasn't a fun fight to watch, even though I was doing like 4K DPS usually. Oh, it was the vortex popper. That's what it was. That's what the gun was. The vortex popper. I think it's on the 4th thing in my slot. Cause yeah, I realized I'm in lunar events, so I can get those weapons. Yeah, it was the vortex popper with Hyperius bullets. Is very strong versus this boss. But yeah, I did not want to use them because they just lagged my game too much. It was a shame. And then I just get the super slow Astrum Deus kill. It wasn't a super hard boss fight, but this last phase gets a little annoying. The key for me to beat this boss was switching from I'm using Shroomite armor, right? So I was using the hoverboard to, you know, increase my damage even more, because, you know, it synergizes with that. But I had to switch to the Fishron wings because this attack goes a little bit too fast for the hoverboard, I think. And yeah, the Fishron wings just increased my mobility a lot compared to the hoverboard. I just could fly. You can rise a lot faster with them, and you get a little more flight time, and you get more horizontal speed, which was important for this attack. Important so that you can circle them better. I don't know why I did that. That was stupid. But yeah. And I almost died, as you can see. Look at how low I am on health. But I'm about to get a potion, and I'm about to clutch the fuck up, and I'm the GOAT. Come on, potion. There you go, man. And yeah. It's about as easy as that. You just gotta be decent at dodging. There you go.
Yes. Okay, thank God I got that done quickly. That's like 2 or 3 attempts after I beat him. Whew. Fuck that guy. I lose? Dude, you're kidding me again? It happened again? Ah. Fuck this boss.
So yeah, I had
like that,
two
it really
situations
helps.
where
It
I
makes the
ended
boss-
up beating the
Ah,
boss, but I
stupid.
died while I beat Moonlord, so it
So,
didn't
if you
count.
kill me-
Normally you kill them and then you die after, and then you win the fight still, because they like drop the treasure bag and all that stuff instantly. But Moonlord goes through an animation and stuff, so you have to let that whole animation play out before you technically win the fight. So if you die and then lose, then yeah, the animation doesn't play out fully, and then it counts as you losing the fight. As you can see, it took me 48 attempts. It was the second toughest fight for me so far, I think. Might be wrong about that, but it was a tough fight. Not as hard as Empress of Light though. And as you can see, I still use the Plague Tainted SMG because I was like, are there any good, you know, any good like freaking lunar event like weapons I can use for this? And then I realized, you know, I couldn't just use the Plague Tainted SMG because it's that good. It's just that fucking good. It just let me kill all these guys just by beating Plaguebringer. It's such a good weapon, and I hope it doesn't get nerfed, honestly. I mean, not that I'll probably ever use it again, but still, I think the weapon's so awesome, and I think it should always be an option for people like me who don't like using ammo types. Like, like Hyperius bullets. I don't like crafting those, but some people are into that, and they're like, oh yeah, if I get the Hyperius bullets, I can, you know, frickin' shred this boss and stuff, and they're fine with using that. But me, I don't like using that. I would rather just get, you know, craft a bunch of nanite bullets and then just spam right click with this weapon and not have to worry about aiming at all. And yeah, this last phase I didn't really learn. I just kind of like hoped I would DPS him fast enough while like trying to dodge. And as you can see, I lived at
I win?
freaking 1 health.
At like 13 health? Yes, dude. Yeah! He is defeated. Through adrenaline? Yes, maybe. But it was skill. And the plague-tainted SMG is victorious. It's so broken. God bless the plague-tainted SMG. How many attempts was that? 45? 40? How many? 48 attempts. It's very difficult. And I win.